today on Divorce Court.
I'm here in divorce court today because I'm not too happy with my current relationship with my spouse.
She's verbally abusive sometimes. She's acting very ghetto, more ratchet in public, and it's so embarrassing.
Oh, I know he has cheated on me in the past, so yeah. But I still think he's doing it.
No, I have not cheated on her. I don't think Andrea loves me, but we're here to find out.
I want the judge to tell Jeff to straighten up, be a better man.
We are here today to see if the judge can address her insecurities and her trust issues.
Jeff, I need you to respect me, give me open communication, and I need you to stop cheating.
Divorce Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toller presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Andrea Maccabee and Jeffrey Wright. The two of you have been together for 8 years, and you have 2 children together. You guys are having trouble, and you've come to me for some advice. So, Ms. Maccabee, I'm going to start with you. Tell me what's going wrong with Mr. Wright here.
Yes, ma'am. So, like you said, we've been together for about 8 years, and I did want to start off with saying that growing up, I've had seen a lot of dysfunctional relationships, if you will, and so I knew that I didn't want to be in that position with my mate, and so I want to say the very first incident we had is when I went off to an ROTC program, and when I got back, I hit him up like, hey, you know, I'm back in town. Later that night, I got a phone call, and then on the other end was a female. And so she was letting me know at the time that they've been dealing with each other that whole time, that they're now staying together, and that she was pregnant by him.
Not true.
Mr. Wright.
Not true.
And so...
She was not pregnant.
What is your take on that event?
We were staying together. We were living together, but she was gone for several months at the time. We kept in contact, but we weren't actually in a certain relationship. So she take that as cheating.
That's not true.
Well, I'm going to clear this up right now. When you left for the ROTC, what were you doing? I mean, did you guys have a conversation? Were you together, or you just started, or what?
We were, because while I was in the program, he sent me a letter, and he asked me to marry him then, and that was in the first year of our relationship.
Did you send a letter and ask her to marry her?
I did.
Okay,
that
so
connotes relationship to me.
Yes, at the time, yes. But like I say, she was there for several months, and that was maybe the first month of her being there. I mean, a man gets lonely, so I look for another person.
Now, was it your intention to move on? Was it this a stopgap woman just as she got back?
Yeah, this was a middle ground woman at the time, but...
Did she know she was a middle ground woman?
No, she didn't know, but I knew.
Who is the middle ground woman?
What, the woman that she was cheating on you with.
Okay.
It was just while you were gone, he had to have something to do.
More than that. Wasn't anything more than that.
Nothing more than that?
Nope.
I don't believe that, Your Honor.
Either way, it's problematic. Go ahead.
Yes.
What else went on?
So
you don't remember this incident at all?
Nope, I guarantee she can't pull the pictures up now.
He has the same butt structure as my daughter, right? So I know.
That have to do with anything.
I know it was him in the picture. It was butt pic, it was pic, it was pic, and I know him.
Did she show you pictures? Now,
No.
I know you say it's not yours, but I'm just saying, did she show you pictures
She showed me
and
pictures.
accuse
Pictures
you?
can be deceiving. Pictures can be deceiving.
It was him.
So it was somebody else's?
Yeah, it wasn't mine.
Did you ask her where she got them from?
No, I didn't. I just assumed.
Weren't you concerned if she had another man's situation on her phone? Wouldn't that bother you?
It would.
Yeah, it would, but I mean, if she said
because you knew it was your situation.
Yeah, well, she said somebody sent her the picture, so I never got to the bottom of that. I didn't see the. I didn't remember it. I don't.
It was you.
It was him.
It was you.
It was him.
Now, Mr. Wright, I'm going to give you an opportunity to speak. We've been talking about you all this time. You say that Ms. Maccabee is insecure. Why do you say she's insecure?
Well, for the most part, she is insecure. She's controlling. And
give me some examples.
For example, we were watching TV one day. Mind you, she watches some of the most graphic shows out there already. The women already half naked. So me commenting on a woman's look, how her hair was, and she flips out. I'm saying, like, the women are already naked. It's like,
do you flip out if he says a woman on TV is pretty?
No, not if she's pretty, but if he goes into sexual rants, then yes, I am offended.
A sexual rant?
Well, you know, not sexual rants, but you know, like, oh, and all this extra
Well, they're
stuff.
halfway
Like,
naked already.
Hang on, Mr. Wright.
But it's inappropriate. And at the end of the day, he calls it insecure. She's not insecure. I know what God blessed me with. I know my flaws. I'm far from insecure. What it is he does stuff.
Stop.
When he does stuff, it leads me to not trust him. It leads me to believe that he's willing to go out there and do anything with anybody. I like to say that he has community. He will go out there and he will plant it in anyone. He's like a farmer trying to fertilize. So that's why I'm just like...
You beat me to death with these metaphors.
I'm
gonna have to get up and take a breather there. Mr. Rice, you said a lot about you over there.
Yeah, community. No,
Yes.
It's all local. It's just for her.
It's all local.
It's local.
Okay.
I don't sling it out like that. No.
He does.
No. She can assume I do.
And that's why we actually called off our engagement, is because of...
Why does it... Look, why does she believe that?
I guess she believes that because, let's say, I got a friend request on Facebook. I don't know the woman, never seen her before, never met her before. But she can always assume that, yes, I'm sleeping with this woman.
I got it.
I'm trying to be with a woman. But if I was trying to be with her, I wouldn't be at home.
Yeah,
I would be
so
with that woman.
You're saying she jumps to conclusions.
Yes, before
okay,
it comes
I think
to me.
I got an idea about that. Now we're going to talk about how you two resolve these matters and the verbal attacks that comes from both sides.
Out of the corner of my eye, I see her about to go in. Like I said, it's a predominantly white bar. So as soon as I get the waitress' attention, she walks over and she goes, "Are you crazy?"
Did you do that? On Divorce Court, people share the most intimate details of their lives. Join the conversation and share your experiences on our Facebook page and on our Twitter page @Divorce Court. See how other couples deal with their relationship issues. The discussion can get heated. Don't miss it. So, Ms. Maccabee, why don't you tell me why you say he's verbally abusive to you?
Because he, most of the time, replaces my name with B or saying my name's Ho. Every time we're in an argument, he's always like, this, that. The last time I asked him, well, we got into it, and I asked him to leave our home because he cheated. And so when he left, that's when he decided to call his friend in front of me and disrespect me to his friend. He was like, this stupid told me to leave my own house. She's a silly hoe asking me to do this. And he's always, every time he's mad, he wants to call me out of my name. And that's anytime he's upset.
Okay. Mr. Wright, what's your take on your communication issues?
The reason why is because she starts off with the bad language. And I just go off of her energy.
Okay.
If she's calling me out of my name, what you think?
Well, what is she saying to you? What is she saying to you?
Oh, you think the B word flies around? Yeah, she knows that word very correctly. She tries to call me the B word, the N word, the A word, any word you can think of. That's what she
calls
does.
it.
Yes.
Do you
any
start
argument?
No, I did not start it, but I will finish. If he's acting like a I will let him know. I'm sorry for studying, but and it's not just that. It's that you know, he started it. He introduced that. And a while ago, early in our relationship, we had to make the decision to cut it off. I held up my end. I stopped calling him out of his name, but then he introduced it again. He was mad.
Did you guys actually sit down and have a conversation about how you talk to each other?
Yes, we did.
But wait, just before we go anywhere else, I'm gonna yell at y'all later. Don't worry. But right now, I want a moment to acknowledge how intelligent that is. Even though that you couldn't keep it up, to sit down and have a conversation about how we speak to one another. The entire country could use that. Yeah. Good for you. Now go ahead.
Yeah, so we did talk about it at the beginning, and then it came back around. I mean, after the kids.
But you introduced it.
How did it come back around? What changed?
We both changed. After the kids, she became like a little slouch. She didn't want to go out anymore. I mean, recently, I just got her to go out. We went out to a bar with one of her friends and her man, and we sit in a predominantly white bar, and I'm trying to get the bartender's attention, and out of the corner of my eye, I see her about to go in. Like I said, it's a predominantly white bar. So as soon as I get the waitress' attention, she walks over, and I can see her, and she goes, "Are you crazy?"
To the waitress?
No, to me.
Oh.
In front of everybody. So needless to say, we left that place as soon as possible.
Well, the
we
bleep man's got his work cut out for him today.
Yeah, we out in public and she does this disrespectful stuff.
Did you do that?
I did do that, but that's not how we started back up to the name calling. It was him. He illustrated that.
Yeah, but hold on.
It was not just...
Hey, am I talking?
Okay.
You're trying to explain to me that he is the cause, the genesis of all the name calling. But it seems to me that character-wise, if you're out somewhere at a restaurant and you call him that name, that there's something about how you feel you can talk to people that is askew.
Exactly.
No.
For you to call him like that in public?
Any way you want to, you feel like you can talk to me.
What necessitated that particular thing in public?
Insecurities?
No, it's not insecurities.
I'm not talking to you, Mr. Wright.
Thank you.
I'm talking to her. I can't fuss at her for you dipping in.
It was not insecurities. I honestly don't even remember where that came about, but the N-word does not have to be... It's going to sound real stupid, but, you know, sometimes you say it like, my or whatever, you know? So it's not, it wasn't, I don't even remember if I said it in that type of way.
But that's not how you were using it.
Okay, but I don't remember, though, honestly, so I can't even focus on that. But he is the one, after we did that sit-down, he is the one that brought that back up. After an argument, he was the one that started the profanity towards me and talking crazy to me. And so I'm not finna just be like, oh, yeah, okay, talk to me that way. Yes, the master. Like, no.
Okay, I got you. Let me stop and ask you the $64,000 question.
When I come home, I want a little time. We put the kids to sleep or whatever, and it's never that. Even the sex has gotten lazy.
Oh, he tried it.
It's lazy.
Oh, he's trying it.
Do you like one another?
I do.
Yes, I like her. I guess you have to like somebody to be around them. I mean, you might not like your coworkers, but you gotta make money.
What are you trying to get done here today?
I just want the trust back. I want the love back. I want the understanding back.
Do you own any of the cheating that she accuses you of?
No, I do not.
You don't own not one of them?
No, because if she caught me cheating, she could prove it. I bet she can't prove it today.
So it's a matter of proof to you. In other words, if she doesn't catch you, you saying you didn't do it.
No, I didn't do it at all.
You have never cheated on her in 8 years.
Except for that one at the beginning, but like I said, we were broke up.
But other than that, you've never cheated on her again?
No.
Okay. What are you trying to get done here today?
I just want to be able to get back to a place where it's respect in our relationship, where there's better communication. We do have kids, so I don't want them to see us interacting in that way. You
say that she doesn't hold you out as a priority in her life. What do you mean by that?
Well, she works from home, so most of the time she gets to spend all her time with the kids. You know, so when I come home, I want a little time. We put the kids to sleep or whatever. And it's never that. Even the sex has gotten lazy.
Oh, he tried it.
Everything has changed from the beginning.
You do understand that when you have children, things change.
Yes, and I'm part of the change. The kids are all part of the change. I definitely understand that, but I still need time for me, too. Every man has needs. I'm sure she has needs, too, but it's lazy.
Oh, he's trying it. He is trying me. First of all, I try to do everything possible to satisfy him, may it be emotionally, physically, whatever. Because he is lacking in other areas where it comes to our family needs, I am the sole provider at this time. So I do be tired, but when he wants it, I do give it, and it's not lazy. I do not perform lazy sex.
It's lazy.
Is she carrying a lot of burden?
Yeah, I guess so.
Is she carrying a lot of burden?
I give it to her as the main breadwinner right now. Yeah, she is, but at the beginning...
Who's the primary caretaker of the children?
Me.
Who cooks and cleans?
Me.
No way. You can make the money, but you can't cook and clean, too. And you can't take that away from him.
I do.
Does he cook and clean?
Yes.
He does. He partakes in that, but...
Yes, I do. I do my part.
I do, too.
I definitely do my part.
I cook and clean as well.
Yeah.
If I could wave my magic gavel and get you one thing you really wanted from her, what would it be?
She's just too controlling.
Give me an example of when she was controlling.
Like the other day, I was trying to get the kids a wash-up. So my way is to put them in the shower. Her way is to put them in the bath. Needless to say, I did wash them up. But she turns around and asks, did you give them a bath? No, I put them in the shower. What's the difference? As long as they're clean, right?
Right.
So that's her just.
Did you lose
her
your
way of
mind?
being
Did you lose your mind though?
Yeah. Yes,
Okay.
she did.
I know what's happening here. Got it. Today's question sponsored by.
Collect cute characters and solve thousands of fun puzzles. Download Best Fiends for free today. That's friends without the R. Best Fiends.
What is most likely to kill the sexual energy in a relationship? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back. This is me, this is all me. Nobody else says anything else. And I hope that when I'm done, I've said something that might have sparked a notion or an idea in your mind. You two are living separately together, and you're playing a zero-sum game. In other words, it's not, how can I do for her? How can I do for him? It's, I don't get this, I don't get that, I don't get the other thing. And all you two are is sharing complaints, but nobody is sharing a sense of community, a sense of compromise, a sense of we're trying to get through this together. One of you is winning and one of you is losing at all times. And so if you're playing a zero-sum game, you're never going to come out right because somebody's always winning and somebody's always losing. So let me start with you. She's exhausted, overwhelmed, and feels responsible for everything. That's the most unsexy thing in the world. She feels like she's the main breadwinner. She's taking care of the kids. The responsibility is her. You dip in when you can, but basically it's all on her. It's hard to be sexual with a cat that's taken and taken and taken like that. And I know you're not a bad guy. I'm not saying that, but a lot of people get caught on all the things they're not getting, not understanding why they're not getting it. That chick's tired. That chick is scared. She thinks she's gonna run off. She don't have a peaceful moment in a day. You the guy that can change it all. You can make her feel safe. You can make her feel secure. You can make her feel peaceful by the way you talk to her, by the way you sit next to her, by the way you hold her, by the way you hug her. You wouldn't be surprised how much sex you can get. Non-lazy sex, dude.
It's not lazy.
Non-lazy sex, dude. And women, we're cheap dates. We really don't need as much as you think, but you can't keep thinking about what you're not doing. You need to pull your mouth together. I dictate the tone in my home with my calm, with my rationality, with my refusal to engage in any conversation that doesn't look like it should come out of the mouth of a 59-year-old woman and a 67-year-old man. And my husband reciprocates in kind. No fussing, no hollering, no name calling. He can start all that if he wants to, but you can set the tone in your home because quiet as it's kept, you're emotionally more capable than he is because women spend more time thinking about how we feel and how everybody else feels. So you can be the captain of your emotions when he's out there willy-silly with it. And you, baby, when you come correct, I'll hear everything you got to say. But right now, you're talking to me in a manner you would never allow a man to speak to his own child. You have a daughter?
2.
Always think what I say to her will land on that kid. She'll think that's how a man talks to his wife. And you don't want that, do you?
No.
Think about each other more than you think about yourselves, and you might actually have a shot. I wish you both the best. This matter is adjourned.
Based on what Judge Lynn had to say today, do you think you have a better understanding of her now?
Yes, I have to definitely change what we do, and I have to stop disrespecting her.
You think Judge Lynn got through to him today?
No, I don't. I think that he's gonna try to make it seem like he got it, and then it's gonna go back to what it was.